Jets Leagues Club Under-18 Division 2 game between the Fassifern team, which is also combined with Laidley, and the Redbank Bears. So looking forward to a great clash. My name's Anthony Bomber-Breeze. I'll be joined by Andrew Boxall.
Yeah, looking forward to this. These pretty close. They've the last game in the regular season, Redbank beat Fassifern. Fassifern have been pretty consistent, and then these two teams, there's not much between them.
So we have a kick-off by Fassifern, but it's gone out on the full. The great play by the Redbank. Had his foot on the touchline, caught it on the full. So a penalty right on the halfway line. So not what the Fassifern Bombers were hoping to begin this grand final with. So Redbank will be the first team with the ball to be charging around onto their 7, Liana, who gets it onto the 4, and that's Tapanay. And now we have a charge forward, and this is their other centre. So some great runs so far. I think that was their fullback in Reeks. So it's their lock forward now. Noah Woods charging up, so they're 20 metres out. I think that's about tackle number 4 there. Defence from Fassifern holding out so far onto the 11, which is Faratapa. So he's pulled down. The ref puts his hand up and says it's the last tackle. Going to have to do something with it, otherwise we'll be handing it over. And it's a kick across field by Gray, and it's too deep. So the kick not real good. So the first set of 6 by Redbank was good, but didn't end up real good with a poor kick.
Yeah, execution letting Redbank down there, a bit like Fass when they were trying to kick up. But like I said previously in the previous games, there's a lot of nerves out there. You know, these guys probably haven't played on this field before on a big stage. There's a big crowd here. There's a fair bit of atmosphere, and it's those nerves must be getting to them at the moment.
Yeah, so we're just about 2 minutes into this Division 2 under-18 fixture. Fassifern now with the ball. They had a ruck and then they got 6 to go, so it'll only be about tackle number 2 as they're making yards up the far side. And the referee says penalty to the Fassifern Bombers. So more pressure to come on the Redbank side, as Fassifern will receive a penalty about 35 metres out. So their fullback, Samson Nofke, will take the kick for touch. Makes about 8 metres. So they'll be 25 metres out where they take the first tap. It's Polkinghorn. Well, it's one of the Polkinghorns. Onto the other Polkinghorn, who gets it onto one of the forwards. So Fassifern now first use of the ball in any position up this end of the field. So Josh Polky there. With the ball in the Polky, it's a great ball out to the 4, and that's Bo McLuran, who's pulled down about 9 metres out. Joel Polkinghorn and dummy half, they get it onto the 11, and that's Archie Fraser. And Archie Fraser's picked up and he's dumped back to defence. Solid so far by the Redbank Plains Bears. Comes out, Polkinghorn gets it out onto their fullback. It's a great ball out wide to the centre there, but the defence on the far side equal to the task. Pull it down. The referee puts his hand up and he says it's the last tackle. They go out wide on the far side. He dives for the corner and he's into touch. So great attack by Fassifern, but great defence by the Bears.
Yeah, that was good, though. They're chancing their arm there. They're trying that long ball to try and get them on the edge. So hasn't paid off, but like I said, they're handing that ball over 10 metres out in the corner, so it enables Fassifern to put some pressure on in their defence.
Yeah, it certainly does. So the Bears now, and it's an offload. 3 Fassifern, and some great yards and some solid hit. It was a solid hit by the number 10, Reese Dowden, who marks up over the top, and it's Redbank now through their 4, Josh Tupanay. He's 20 metres short of the halfway line, and a little bit disjointed there. The ball didn't look like it was going to the person with the ball, but he's stepped in front and took the ball, and that was the 2, Lazi Tapolulo. So it's another offload. Fassifern, they're tackling all right, but they're not tackling the ball. They're not getting the ball to ground. So, and they're once again exactly the same. They're getting them around the legs, but they're getting their arm out, and this is the last tackle. What a Redbank got this time. They've got a kick in the air, and that's by the 6, Shannon Gray. Goes up, it's dropped by Fassifern. It's going to be picked up by a Redbank. Ref will say 6 to go. You can have another set, and you're only 20 metres out. So here come Fassifern, and this is on to their number 8, and that's Failataga Itutu. And they've lost the ball, have they? No, the ref says a penalty. A penalty to the Redbank Plains Bears. Just didn't see what the signal was for the penalty, but it's a penalty to the Bears.
Yeah, it looked like they had a hand on the ball and it was reefing out. But, yeah, that's what Kobe McCoy, the referee here today, has adjudicated. So, yeah, just Redbank piling a little bit more pressure on this Fassifern team. It'll be interesting to see if they can defend against that error and be able to handle this a lot bigger and larger Redbank pack.
So it's the Bears now. And dummy half. It's a try. Number 9, Kale Puru just darts over from dummy half. A little bit too easy, that try there. He caught the Bombers off guard. He just picked the ball up and then just darted. Well, he didn't even really have to dart too far because he was only a metre from the try line. So Redbank Plains Bears, they opened the scoring here in the Jets Leagues Club Under-18 Grand Final of Division 2, and they are 4 with a kick to come who lead the Bombers 0.
Yeah, Fass have had a fair bit of ball down here and tried to put a bit of pressure on, and Redbank were able to convert their first opportunity into points. So that will help Redbank with their confidence. Like I said, these teams are pretty close. Fassifern were the minor premiers, and Fassifern's only lost twice during the year. And I know that they lost their regular season game against Redbank at Redbank. So yeah, there's a very bit of rivalry between these two teams. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this at the rest of this match.
Yeah, so Redbank first to score through the 11, Kale Puru. Goal kicker is their halfback, Kalipo Liana. So he's taken it a fair way back. He comes in, strikes it with the right foot, and the flags go up. So the 4 turns into 6, and they're off to a great start after 7.5 minutes here at the North Ipswich Reserve. It's the Redbank Plains Bears, 6 leading the Fassifern Bombers yet to score. So both teams have had opportunities up either end. Redbank didn't take theirs, Fassifern didn't take theirs, but the next time Redbank were up there, they have converted it and moved themselves to 6. So a good start by the Bears. The defence of the Bombers just has to pick up. Well, they just have to get the offloads. The offloads are getting killed at the moment. So here they go, and it's a charging run, no self-preservation there, and that was just that was why the 11 Malaki Wetapa, who charges it up, and another hard run, but the defence equal to the task. 3 Bombers in that tackle. And there's another big charging run and some easy yards, and there it is. That's what I was saying, the offload. The offload now to the hooker, the try scorer, Puru, and he makes another 15 metres right up to the halfway line down. He's pulled down by Josh Polkenhorn. And here they go. In the dummy half is the big number 8, Salvi Falalataga Itutu. And it's off to their centre, Josh Tapane. Like I've mentioned, the offloads are just killing the Bombers at the moment. Someone's going low, but someone's got to be up high taking the ball. Otherwise, yards are going to be made, and yards are being made. And I think he's injured now too. Yeah, he is injured now. They've made some good yards up there from the kick-off. They're all the way up to about 30 metres out from the try line. No, he's back up to his feet pretty quick.
Yeah, they're enabling Redbank to have those quick plays of the ball. So Fassifern need to control that ruck and slow that ruck ruck speed down and not allow Redbank to get that momentum and play those crash plays, and then they get those offloads, and that's a Redbank playing style that they play through all grades, including A grade, and which makes them so successful.
So that was Shannon Gray. The kick goes up. It's hit the fassifern player on the foot, and now it's a knock on. So if they would have dived on it, they would have had another set of 6, but it's hit the fassifern foot, and then as Redbank have gone to pick it up, they've knocked it on. So we'll have a scrum, and it will be fed by the fassifern Bombers. So, yeah, Shannon Gray was the young gentleman down for their Redbank, but they came out. Magic Sponge has got him up and playing, and it's back again. So the ball goes out to Hayden Hines. He gets it on to an outside back who just puts it under his arm and makes it up to 30 metres out from his own try line. And here's a great dart up the middle. He had a player on the outside, but he just did not pass it to him. And he's been held down. And here come fassifern again. Oh, some great defence. And the break was made by the hooker in the 9, and that's Joel Polkenhorn. He showed some pace there, but he had a player on the outside. But he just didn't hand it on, and a high tackle now coming from the Redbank Plains Bears.
Yeah, you just can't let those opportunities slide, can you? You know, all he had to do is draw and pass, and he was scored under the post. But, you know, a little bit selfish, dummied and tried to go himself. But, be interesting to see if that's the 12's gone on the outside there, which is Reader, or Archer, is it? Jake Archer's just gone on his outside of his man. But, they just, those opportunities, they need to turn them into points if they want to get back in this game.
Yeah, Riley Pocock now taking up a great run a couple of metres out. Goes on to Polkinghorn. Polkinghorn, he's hit low and then one over the top 2. So what have fassifern got? They got a pass that's gone 20 metres backwards, but luckily enough pace by Hayden Hines. He puts a kick out. It's caught by the 2, but great defence by the Bombers. Push him back into the in-goal area. So that's great play by the fassifern Bombers.
Yeah, that's better. Try to complete your set of 6, and if you can't get a try, get a repeat set of 6. That's the next best. So they just need to build on their game, build up their confidence, and put the pressure on Redbank and make them do more defence so they can try and. Oh, what a great kickoff, 50 metres on the fly, but a good catch by Nofke on the fall to take it back. He's got 25 metres on that return.
Yeah, it was a great drop out, but great fullback run too. He grabbed the ball and he just charged forward there. He didn't just loiter around. He sprinted back, and like Moxie said, they made 25 metres. So now it's on to the 10, Reece Dowden. Reece Dowden gets up, a good quick play the ball, a good dart out of dummy half. Again, once again, it's Joel Polkenhorn. He's having a great game, a great start to the game. He knows when to run from dummy half, and he's got a lot of pace. So they go back the other side, and this is to the 6, Hayden Hines. And Hayden Hines is pulled down about 5 metres out. So they go the blind side, and that's on to the 12, Jake Archer. And Archer's pulled down about 1 metre out from the try line. That should be a penalty from the dummy half. Oh, and he scores a try, but nearly bowls referee over. But it's a penalty. They reached out from the try line to the dummy half as he went to pass the ball, knocked his hand, so had to be a penalty.
Interesting if he would have played on there, because, Redbank would... Oh, sorry, fassifern were over. But, no, it was a penalty. And a lot of this, in this age group, they sit there and... great run by Riley, the big front rower from fassifern, number 8. Nearly scores. He has scored. Oh, it's great. Nothing better than a big front row run onto the ball 15 metres out and turn that into points. But it's a great hit back by fassifern. But Redbank making too many mistakes and giving fassifern 2 sets of 6 and were unable to defend again on their own line.
So if you're a big front row, you've got to run the ball harder. That's exactly what Riley Pocock did. He got the ball, he just charged forward there. It was a little bit of an anticlimax there. He was tackled right near the line there. Nobody from fassifern jumped up and down like it was a try there. They got off him, and the referee went back and said, "That's it, you're over the line, it's a try." So Redbank now 6, fassifern 4, but a kick to come for the fassifern side. So we said it was going to be a tight game, and so far it looks like it could be a bounce of the ball. It could be a little bit of ill discipline or how they hold on to the ball. So whichever team can hold on to the ball, get themselves into great field position, will win this Jets Leagues Club Under 18 Division 2 Grand Final. So 6-4 to Redbank, a kick coming from fassifern. It looks like it could be. He hits it well, and it goes straight between the posts. At first, I looked like it was Mick Cronin out there. I thought he was just going to toe poke it over, but he come on at a little bit of an angle and puts it over, and we're all locked up here after 15 minutes. It's 6-all.
Yeah, we're going back to the 90s front kicking front rowers, and he struck it really well and had a fair bit of skill and technique there for a front rower kicking.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many front rowers kicking the ball. I can't remember a front rower. That's normally not their job, but I suppose if you can kick the ball, why not be the goal kicker? So 6-all, 14 and a half minutes to half time. It's kicked off by Shannon Gray. He puts it down. It's caught 5 metres out. It's caught by Josh Polkinghorn. Josh Polkinghorn gets it on to the 17, and that's Wyatt Hall, who will take it. A good quick play the ball, gets on to Polkinghorn. He can darts in, and he's caught about 20 metres out from the try line. He gets across field. They make a little bit more yards. They're just taking it slowly. And the kick, it's charged down. Where's the ball going to bounce? The ball's going to bounce into touch. So didn't really favour anyone there. Obviously the kicks now are going to have to be put a little bit earlier. So the ball, under the new rules, the ball will go back to the fassifern Bombers. They'll have another set of 6. And they will have the ball 32 metres out from their try line. It'll be a play the ball.
Yeah, just checking the stats that Riley's the leading point scorer for the under-18s combined in the A and B division. Scored 88 points and scored 9 tries. Great run but there by the 6, Hayden Hines, and was able to step the fullback and scored under the post.
Yeah, that come out of nowhere there. It went to Hines. He sidestepped. He got through the gap, showed tremendous pace, got to the fullback and said, "I'm straight around you too." And once he got around him, they weren't catching. He put his hand up, waved to his mum or his brother or somebody and said, "I'm going to get there." And he got there underneath the post. And after a slow start by the Bombers, they've hit the front now 10-6. They'll be converting it very shortly, and they will have a 12-6 lead. And we've still got 12 and a half minutes here in the Jets Leagues Club Under 18 Division 2 Grand Final. So great play by Hayden Hines has brought him right back into the game. So we've had grand finals here all day. We had a couple of grand finals last night. Under 13, Springfield defeating Brothers 14-12, and the 14s good in the 32, too strong for Brothers 10. And then today we've had the under 15 Division 2, big win by North, 50-6 over Rosewood, and the 15A Springfield 24 defeating North 0. And the game previous to this one, North winning the grand final in the under 16s, 30 points to 0. So a good win by North. And here it's 10-6 with a kick to come by the goal-kicking front rower, Riley Pocock.
Leading point scorer, like I said, in the under-18 combined competition with 88 points. Had 9 tries. He scored one before. That's 10. So his points tally will be over 100 at the moment. So, it's danger time here for Redbank. 11 minutes before half-time. fassifern got a lot of momentum, a lot of they're really looking good with the ball. So they need to keep up with what they're doing and not drop the ball, because fassifern might put a fair bit of score on them before half time and make it very hard to come back in this second half.
So back to the North Ipswich Reserve, 12-6 a lead here to the Fassifern Bombers over the Redbank Plains Bears. We've got 11 minutes to half-time of this entertaining clash so far. Oh, there's a great run again. Fassifern, they were slow into this game, like I mentioned, but now they've come over the top. Yeah, holding down too long, and that was by Tapalolu. He's just holding down for too long, and it gives them field position once again to the Bombers. By the time they take this tap, they're going to be well over halfway line, and that's where they'll start their set of 6. So it's a good kick for touch too. It's made 25 metres, so they're 30 metres out. So the ball will be tapped by their number 4, Beau McLaurin. So he taps the ball, he gets it on to Polkinghorne, and they get it out to the big 18, and that's Henry Shoemaker. Henry Shoemaker gets an offload to, and the little fella got hold of his legs, and that was the 14. That was Henry. So play the ball 15 metres out. Here come the Bombers again. They've scored the last 2 tries, and this is the 17, Wyatt Hall. And Wyatt Hall gets an offload, gets it out to that try scorer, Hayden Hines, and he darts. Look at the pace. He darts again, and he thought he'd seen a gap, but that gap shut very quick, and he got monstered in a tackle. So tackle number 4 to put a little kick through. It's knocked on by the Bears. Picked up by Fassifern. 6 to go. And now it's gone out. Going to go to the 2. And the 2, he dives for the corner. Did he get the ball down? He hasn't got the ball down. Redbank pick it up. They're going to be driven back in the in-goal area, but it's going to be a knock-on in the in-goal. And Baden Newman, he dived for the corner and looked to put it down, and he's bounced it.
Yeah, always at a forward pass. I think it might have been a forward pass because the touchy didn't actually go in the in-goal. He stood out, so he might have been calling that as a forward pass. But anyway, it's a 20-metre tap. Must have dropped it over the line then. Yeah, he did try and smash that ball down. He just needs a little bit more careful when you're putting that ball down. But like I said, danger times for Redbank. They need to compete their set of 6 here and need to get that ball under the posts or under their arms and not push the passes and try and finish this half off and they've just dropped the ball off a short ball, which they didn't need to do. Just letting Fassifern back into or further into this game to extend their lead just before half time.
Yeah, that drop ball was by Tyrone Umalu. Yeah, just back to the wingers there. We love seeing the wingers dive and put the ball down, but I'm not sure that he had to dive that high in the air to put it down. If he dived low to the ground, he would have scored in the corner. So hopefully that doesn't come back to hurt the Bombers. At the moment it doesn't. It's 12-6. They see no fullback there, so they've kicked the ball through. We've got people darting through. Has the 4 got enough pace for the Fassifern Bombers? I think he has. It's Beau McLaurin. What great play by the Fassifern Bombers. They got the ball on the halfway line. They won the scrum. They see no fullback. I'm not sure where the fullback was for the Bears, but he wasn't in the fullback position. They kicked it through, become a match race, and Beau McLaurin, he had the most pace, and he scores 16-6, kick to come for the Bombers.
Yeah, and entertaining football here. I hope the crowd is going wild here. They're enjoying it here. I hope everyone watching at home, whatever device they're on, Bar TV, enjoying that as well. Yeah, it's like I say, it's Champagne Rugby League, just backing yourself, backing your belly, backing speed, something I never had, never will. It's not in my genes, and it's not in any of my family genes, is speed. But, yeah, and he had no chance at the moment, but in the last 5 or 10 minutes, he was able to overtake Calvin Reeks, the Redbank fullback, and dove at the feet and was able to put that ball down just before the dead ball line.
Yeah, it was great heads-up football to be able to put a kick through after winning the scrum on the first tackle, but it was a perfectly weighted kick from the halfway line to get the ball to land in the in-goal area. It was unbelievable, and McLaren, he had enough pace, so we've changed the goal kicker now. I don't know why Pocock's not kicking, but they've passed it over to Baden Newman now. So Baden Newman to take the kick. Relatively easy kick. Oh, he hits it. Doesn't hit it real well, but it goes over. That's all it's got to do. It doesn't have to look good. It goes over. And after trailing early by 6 points to 0, the Bombers have scored the next 18 points, and they lead this Jets Leagues club under 18 Division 2 Grand Final by 18 points to 6 at the moment.
Yeah, like I said before, the fassifern have got a lot of confidence, as you can see by that last try. It's 18-6 now. It's still got 5.5 minutes till half-time. So Redbank really need to control this ball and get to half-time without fassifern scoring more points. Like I said, if they score another try before half-time, it's going to make it really hard for them to come back in their second half.
Yeah, it certainly will. It's a kick-off. It goes short there. fassifern, here they come again. And there's a great charge. Right from the kickoff, they're well over the halfway line now, and that's a great charge by the man in the white headgear. I just didn't see the number, and they're back over. And this one might be Riley Hall. So they're right over the halfway line. It's only tackle number 2. They go out the ground. A bad pass, but it's a good bounce. It bounced straight up into the hands of Nofke, their fullback, Samson Nofke. They come to Polkenhorn. Polkenhorn gets it on to Wyatt Hall, who that run was by the 16, and that 16's Rowan Valenchis, who made the run, and there it is. It's the last tackle now. What have they got? Polkenhorn for the corner. Oh, the kick was mild too big, but as a pitching wedge, it hit the ground, bounced back. Otherwise, it was probably down into the river, but it got a perfect bounce, and Redbank had to get the ball, and they take it into touch, and fassifern win that set.
Yeah, they can't do anything wrong, can they? Like I said before, they're throwing. They're not getting rocks. They're getting lots of diamonds. They're just throwing them out there, and everything's paying up for them. But short kick-off by Redbank at the moment. A little bit of indecision by fassifern, but the 4 McLaren is running and making a break, and 5 metres short. Newman into dummy half. Passes it to Pocock. Pocock's dummied, taking the tackle. Pocock's into dummy half. The Hines out to the fullback, Nofke. Just 2 minutes short of the half. The 9 to
under the 16, Rowan Valencius. So here's a kick through. It goes straight into the hands of the Redbank Plains Bears. The kick, a very poor kick, straight into the hands of the forward there, who plucks it out of the air. And now it's the Bombers. They've dropped it. In the tackle, they've dropped it. fassifern pick it up. The ref says play on. Play on. He just dropped it cold as a spud. And now we have a Redbank player who was down on the ground, so the ref did stop play for the safety of the player, but he has hopped to his feet and walking back into position, but he's just get the water runner to go out and just check to see that he is okay. The safety of all players is paramount in junior football. So, good spot by the referee, dropped the ball. He didn't get off the ground too quick, so... And he will be taken off the field. That's the 10, Uvasa Fayalili Terafpil. So, Kobe McCoy, 10 out of 10 for stopping the play there. And... a sub will come on for Redbank Fassifern will have the ball. They'll have the ball 15 metres out. They lead here by 18 points to 6 with 2.5 minutes to the break. So the Bears won't want to let another try in here, otherwise the game starts slipping away. They're 12 behind at the moment. They won't want to go 18 down by half-time. So they play the ball. Goes to that man Hines, who's got great pace. He went to throw the ball backwards. His arm sprung forward and the ball come out, and Redbank have the ball. So a little bit of ill-disciplined play by both teams so far. Redbank have the ball. He looks to offload. He can't offload. A good quick play of the ball, and the ref says, no, go back. Go back about half a foot, play it on the same spot. I see that all the time. They told to go back. They play it on the same spot and play on. But anyway, that's how it is. Redbank now making their way up to the halfway line, a couple of metres short of the halfway line. They're down 18-6, the Bears. We've got 1 minute and 45 seconds to go to half-time. They would love a try before the break. And this time it's the 11, Faratapa, who plays the ball 5 metres over the halfway line. And it's going to be a kick by Shannon Gray. He puts a big bomb up in the air. It's picked up by the 2, Tapalolu. Oh, and he's hit. He's hit after it there, but he was in the touch. But they'll play the knock-on by Redbank. No advantage to Fassifern, even though I always think there is an advantage. But the rules of today say there was no advantage to Fassifern, even though he picked the ball up, ran forward, kicked the ball. No advantage. So it's back to a scrum. Fassifern get the ball. We're inside the last minute here of the Jets Leagues Club Under-18 Division 2 Grand Final. It's the Fassifern Bombers who are down 6-0 early in the game. They've piled on the next 3 tries and they lead 18-6. So they did score from roughly a little bit forward. They see no fullback, and they still haven't got a fullback there. So let's see, the 2's gone back in cover this time. So he said, you've done it to us once, you're not going to do it to us twice. So the 2 was back in cover that time. So Fassifern, they'll have last use of the ball, and they make in the touch. I think it was a forward pass on the far side. So that's all we're going to see here in the first half. It gets down to 10 seconds now. I think both teams will want to go and talk to their coaches, especially the Redbank side, because he wouldn't be quite as happy with what he'd seen after a good start. So it's half-time here in the Jets Leagues Club Under-18 Division 2 Grand Final, and the half-time score is in favour of the Fassifern Bombers, 18, Redbank 6. We'll go for a half-time break, and we'll be back very